So I have currently running Valley right now, and we're going to take a look at my power supply if you guys can hear it. It stopped making much noise. Currently it's making a squeaking noise just from the fan. The bearing seems like it's getting a little dried out. So it squeaks when it's really not under a lot of load, but when it's hot it turns the fan up. And I'm trying to get it to do it, but it's been running Valley for like 30-45 minutes. But of course, once I want to actually, show it, it doesn't want to do it. But you can hear it occasionally squeak. The power supply is actually back there. It squeaked just a little bit there. I was trying to be quiet to see if you guys could hear it. Not sure if the camera picked up, but it's not a loud squeak. It just bothers me. So we're gonna take a look on fixing that today. So now that the computer's all off, we'll just take little knickknacks and stuff off of it. Plug the front USB. So I'm trying to unplug as little as possible from this thing. So it might be a little annoying to deal with, but let's see. We'll find out. This mouse pad. And so my computer is currently dusty. Look at that dust. Ew. That's like a lot of dust, Jesus. And that is due to having the intake radiators right here. At least you know the dust filters are doing their job. What is that? Oh, a little zip tie sticking through there. So yes, I've dusted out my power supply, and I know that the dust is not the cause of this noise, because the noise has been happening for a while. I just kind of ignored it because it's not really a big deal and it's not really loud, but it does kind of bother me, and it does give me an opportunity to kind of show you guys taking one of these apart. Now, this is warranted, and I definitely could file the warranty and get a new one sent to me, but that's a lot of work and a lot of time that I would end up spending without a power supply, so I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and try and remember how to friggin' pull this thing out. I haven't done this in a while, so we'll see. Trying to take apart as little as possible. As you guys can see, the back of my computer case is completely packed. There's not a lot of room left in here. Alright, there's the other screw. So this is the power supply, and there is a warranty sticker, and this will void the warranty. This has a 10-year warranty too, so it's kind of funny that you'd be voiding a 10-year warranty on a Jeep thing. So I mean, honestly, if you don't want to void your warranty, don't do this. This is dumb. I just would rather not spend the time sending this in to get a new one, simply because the power supply squeaks. Like, it's just the fan bearing in there dried out, is really all it is. The fan still works, it just is dry, so it squeaks. And that is actually extremely surprising, because this power supply is the most expensive EVGA one that I've ever purchased. It was $110. Most of the ones I use are the 500 watts, and I have a few of them in my house that were bought around the same time as this, and they all still work fine. So out of the 16 power supplies, this is the only one that I've had a problem with, and like I said, it works fine. It doesn't overheat, the fan does its job and cools. The only thing is the fan squeaks. It's just got some fan squeak, and I'm not gonna send it all the way in for that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I've already gotten a good year and a half or so's worth out of it. Worst case scenario, I'd buy another one when this one craps out anyways, so I'm not really worried about it, because I would definitely like to get a bigger power supply, even though 750 watts enough for a single GPU configuration. Just in the future, if I ever wanted to SLI or anything, I would be able to with the bigger power supply. So I don't mind voiding the warranty on this, but like I said, if your stuff has a warranty, and you're uncomfortable taking it apart, by all means just get your warranty. I'm just not going to wait 2 weeks to get a power supply, because that would basically mean I would have to send this in and buy a new power supply anyways, because I'm not going to go 2 weeks without one. So most of these can be taken apart usually with your standard tools like a screwdriver, but this one uses Allen keys. I mean, some of them will even use torque bit keys. Get yourself a little tool set like this, like a little specialty electronics tool set that has all these random little stuff, like for instance extremely small Allen. You can use a regular Allen key, but I have a driver with Allen bits, which is a lot easier to use. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm pretty sure these big ones are for the fan and these little ones are for the casing, which we need to get the casing off first and work our way to that fan. There we go. Okay, fan. So the fan's got this like glue stuff on it. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you. The gluey stuff holding the fan plug in. So I'm not going to disattach that just because I don't want to. Adjust this a little bit better for you. Yeah, simply because I don't want to disattach this, because I mean I could to clean it, but I don't need that much. And as you can see, the power supply is still good shape, very good. It's actually clean. There really isn't much dust in here, and I told you guys I clean it, so I know it's not the dust causing the noise. It's this fan bearing right here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this cover off of the fan here. So the bearing is obviously going to be inside here, which is a little bit tough to get to, not going to lie. And there is a little bit of a hole behind this. Let's go ahead and peel back this sticker a little bit so I can get to that hole. Keep that sticker. So right there is one of the main places where we're going to want to grease up down here. Some of these don't have a back, which can make them a little bit more annoying to grease up. In fact, it would seem semi-impossible, but we're going to go ahead, and it's worked for me in multiple things, GPU fans and stuff. I've done this before. So what I like to use is this. This is liquid wrench chain lube. And the reason I choose this and not something like WD-40 is because WD-40 is technically a solvent, and when WD-40 dries, it actually makes it worse. If you were ever a skateboarder, you would know that when you put WD-40 on your bearings, it would sound and work well for about a couple of weeks, maybe a week or so, and then your bearings would basically just break after like a month or two. It drastically decreases the life of bearings when you use WD-40, so I'm going to go ahead and use this stuff. This is just liquid chain. It doesn't really dry well, and it's really sticky and lubey, and I've been using it on fan bearings and stuff for about 2 years now, and I haven't had an issue with it. So I use this little straw thingy, which you want because it helps you get it in between the little fan stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and just spray a little bit in here. Let it kind of just soak in there. Spin the fan a little bit, I guess, if you want to. You know, just make sure. Yeah, spin, spin. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna use a paper towel just to dry out the excess here and wipe it down. So we don't need all of that. Right now it's actually got a lot of little stuff floating in there, which is fine. I'm gonna end up getting all that out though, because I don't want it to just like be dripping chain lube, because I mean people are gonna know it's conductive and it's gonna ruin everything, which you spray your computer with this stuff, it probably will ruin it, but at the same time dabbing it like this isn't gonna hurt it. It's not a big deal. So there we go. So it's dried out. It's just got the chain lube in there. So now what I'm going to do is the part that you probably don't have to do, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to spray it in between the fan and right, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to basically in between the fan and the bracket. I'm going to spray it down in there and I'll probably end up spraying a little too much because I usually always do. And just spray it all the way around there. And then I'm just gonna spin it really fast, just, you know, get it all in there. And drip all around. Once again, probably not the best idea, but you know, hey, why not? Now we just apply the sticker back on because I want to keep the sticker there, and just stick it all back together. Alrighty, so Valley's been running for about 20 minutes. The power supply should be nice and heated up and stressed out, and I made sure the fan's not on eco mode, so it's always going to be running faster than, you know, to keep it cooler. So no noise, no more squeak. All good to go. So this application can work on any fan for the most part in your computer, though be mindful of how you do it and what you're spraying any type of lubricant on, as lubricants can be very conductive as well. Also extremely flammable. I'm pretty sure most people have taken a lighter to WD-40 before and seen what happens. So just keep those you know, in mind. I mean, if you spray too much of that stuff on your power supply or your graphics card and it spontaneously combusts, then that could happen. So obviously, like I said, at your own risk, be mindful. You could ruin your stuff, but as you can see here, we have no more squeaking. Hopefully you guys could have heard the squeak when I was trying to pick it up earlier, but now I'm going to eat and edit this video, and I'll see you guys later.